During the session, I often ask myself, are they seeing enough of a benefit from this session to make them want to come back? Or did I just blow them away with too much unresolved pain?
I hate session 4 the most for this issue, for this reason.
Oh.
And I do my best to set up the couple for session 4 isn't where Catherine's going to come in and report and have this great overview of what she heard from each of you and understand your distress so much better now. For me, I started just doing session 4 to integrate what I've learned in the individual sessions, but it doesn't change how I work. And I'm still going to go with, how are you coping when you get caught in your interactional pattern? How are you coping when the cycle comes alive? How are you coping when you get caught in the demon dialogue? I might say a generic thing, like each of you were really brave and I so appreciate your honesty, and I've learned a lot about each of you and you've been through so much. And so I'm integrating that, and I'm going to benefit from it ongoingly. But we all know that some of our primary objectives for those individual sessions are to build alliance and focus on the contraindications. And yet assessment in EFT is an ongoing process. So I don't want us to think, and I don't want the clients to think, that we're going to learn all these juicy tidbits and then come back and somehow present it and reflect it for them in a way that's just different from every other session. I'm not focusing on their pain anymore in session 4 than I would have in session 1 or 2. Like, hopefully there's growing safety, and so they'll have a little bit more access to their pain and they'll feel a little bit more comfortable sharing it with me because we have increased rapport. But I wouldn't expect the need for that. I don't know. I just want to keep doing stage 1, or I keep wanting to do the tango in a stage 1 kind of way.
And I guess I would add, and I don't know what you would think about this, Catherine, but the word that I want to keep saying, or the phrase, is attachment frame. I feel like when you reflect how much they're bonded as you're reflecting the pain, then people are better able to stay connected to the pain and to have hope.
Yeah, the attachment bond, Jen, and then maybe if I could add to your good reflection, is there attachment protest? Like, I like being able to say, your protest makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to help you work through these moments of protest together and learn how to stay connected even when there's an upset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And pain has the adhesive in it. Like, even though, like, you know, pain in it, of course, it hasn't worked that way so far for the couple, but as you work with them as a therapist, that's where we're going.
Yeah, and the more softly and tenderly they can share their pain, the more adhesive comes out in the pain. It's like, I want to make sure I'm relevant. I don't want to underwhelm them and not have the 4 session be productive, but I don't want to overwhelm them and leave them blown out of the water by focusing too much on their pain. Mm-hmm. And so, and I think that I actually like when I have the courage to say that, share that dilemma with the client. Because great. We're collaborative, and just share your worry. And the reality is that the process remains the same, which is we're slicing it thinner, and I'm trying to work in a place that's most relevant for the 2 of you. I don't want to have too cognitive of a conversation, but I don't want to evoke too much pain that blows you out of the water. That's a fine line, and that we're not supposed to know that fine line without collaboration. I don't know how to know that fine line without collaboration with the client.
I love it. I love it. So one of the EFT potential interventions is just to reflect your own dilemma and collaborate together.
Yeah, I love that. That's well said.
Yeah, yeah.